trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one help me, yeah. Now these bitches wanna selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes to ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock. Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys that walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you hitting static, I'ma leave you hitting static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl.
Yeah.
I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the forward ring up in his grill. That grandma stove top, don't flop. Fuck up the game like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're Zordon. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me a deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Diol on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slick with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy in case I find an eke. Extendo, licking off shots until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the beam. Wax on, then wax off to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Worked up flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my deck all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. I'm some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rent's due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, and it's part 2 people. Let me repeat that. Part 2 of Ruben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United. I was going to title this something else, something in regards to Ineos, something in regards to in regards to the caretaker manager potentially, or interim, I should say, or maybe even the permanent manager in the summer. But I thought, you know what? We got more celebrating to do. We got more graves to dance on, people. So we're here. Ruben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United. Part 2. Make sure you go check out part 1 earlier. Make sure you check out my video where I did my reaction to it as well, people. Also, so make sure, as always, you keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related as well. I know there's so much to talk about in regards to Ruben Amorim's being sacked. And yo, where's Ruben's army, man? That's what I want to know. You lot disappeared. Where's all the people who backed Ruben Amorim? Where's all the people that told the likes of me and Sheik and many and Eddie and many others that we were so wrong about Ruben Amorim and we was being toxic and we was being negative and he was going to have a good season this season and how he was going to be in the mud when he had a good season this season? And Jim Ratcliffe came out. Remember, Jim Ratcliffe did the interview 9th of October, people, and said how he's going to get a number of years and it's not going to be a knee-jerk reaction and it's not off and on like a light switch. And now, you know what? It's been almost, 12 hours? Pretty much the whole day. The Manchester United manager's been sacked and Jim Ratcliffe has said nothing. Radio silence. If I could do edits, I'd have the tumbleweed come across the screen or just bounce across the screen right now. How come Ratcliffe's been silent? Ain't heard from him. This guy's quick to chat when he's firing dinner ladies and all this shit. Quick to chat when, when we win a game. Where you at now? Now it's been wrong because you said you was going to give man 3 years. And then you sacked him in just under 3 months. Ironically, after we got 3 wins in 11 games. But hey, we move people. Let me bring in my bro Sheik into the building as well. Yeah, Sheik, what are you telling me, fam? You good?
Yeah, man. I've never been better. Good is an understatement. You're asking me if I'm good. Look at this guy, bro. He's asking me if I'm good. I've never been better. Generally, this is like sensational. I'm enjoying I'm eating food right now. I just did streams earlier. Today's a glorious day, and it's only a Monday too.
Yo, it's a Monday. Monday's never been so good, man.
When has a Monday ever been this good? Monday's the day where you go to work and it's like, you're back to normal the rest of the week, all that type of stuff. But no, we woke up with the most glorious news that anybody could wake up with.
Glorious.
Like a crush of mine could have hit me up or whatever. A girl that I've been trying to talk to could hit me up at 2 a.m. I probably don't think I would have got as excited as it was to see this manager gone, Gone, bro. Finally, he's gone. Finally, we're free. Don't have to see no back 3 football. I don't have to hear a guy telling us we're suffering every single month. 1 win a month, 15 wins, 19 losses. How many ever points? 30% win record. You hear all this, people. This is shit we went through for the last 14 months. Generally flawless. What was this last 14 months, bro? Why? Why did we even just go through this? And my attention is towards Ineos, which we'll get to more, but this whole thing just could have been entirely just avoidable. But no, I guess this is the Manchester United way now. I guess this is. And the funniest thing is that I'm happy. Trust me, I'm very happy that we got rid of this guy. Over the moon. But we could very well be in the same situation with the next manager. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. With jobs. Yeah. We could be back here in 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. It's definitely a because people keep saying that. So the people never in my live chat, but always in the match reactions and stuff. People always, oh yeah, well, you could be back here. It's not a guarantee of success, and Ineos is still terrible. All these things are true. Yes, Ineos are still terrible. Yes, we could be back here, but we are going to celebrate him going. It's like being in a bad relationship doesn't necessarily mean your next relationship is gonna work. Guess what? Yeah. The girl you're with, or the partner you're with, the next one could be worse. But you're still happy you got rid of her because she was irritated, she was toxic, she was trying to kill you, mentally and physically. Like, what are we doing out here? Like, you don't try and improve. You can say, oh, you can't keep sacking managers.
Yeah.
We've had, for those that don't know, just do your history. Manchester United have had 3 successful managers in our entire history. Since our existence. So from when Manchester United was a football club up until now in 2026, we've had 3 managers who have won league titles. We've had 2 managers who have won European Cups. So you know what that means? There's a whole heap of managers who have not been successful here and it's okay. See people running with it, 13 managers in 10 years. But it's not, it's 6 permanent managers in 10 years. And I just speak before this, and I keep saying this, none of the managers have gone on to do anything of don't since us. So what we talking?
Me personally, I would just rather always go with the route of why should we stick with the notion of like sticking with a manager over the fact that this guy's just been like our worst ever manager, generally our worst ever manager. So you would rather put attention to the fact that we shouldn't sack a manager because that's not what we should do, or that's not what we do, or how are we supposed to progress if we keep sacking managers, rather than opposed to the fact you'd rather just keep a guy who's consistently just been awful, who's been doing nothing, no progress, no positive, nothing positive. It's just been awful. And I just can't do that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm someone who I can't enable or allow this to just continue to happen. If it's continuing to happen, I'd rather just cut it out and get rid of it and just get done with it. That's just rather, again, if you're in a toxic relationship with someone, on a serious note, you're not just going to be like, yeah, let me give it until the end of the season, or let me give it until the end of the year, or like, let me do that and just be like, yeah, well, we'll see where it works out. You're going to
let's try to get through the Christmas period because it's busy. Let's see where we're at.
The holiday season. Let me see what happens on Valentine's Day. If I make it through Valentine's Day, we're good. You know, there's progress. It's not how things work. Like, if you are just not happy with someone and it's toxic, and you realize and you can see that there's just nothing positive is going to come out of it, you don't see any future, you get rid of it then and there. And that's just basically what this type of relationship is too. But I know we're going to get more into it. The reason really isn't the bad results, though. I hope everyone realizes that's not why he got sacked. I hope people realize that it's not for this terrible 14 months that he was here. That's not truly the reason he got sacked. He got sacked because he spoke up and he decided to speak up, and he was sick and tired of it for whatever reason. And that's really it.
Facts. Sometimes you shine the guy.
Yeah.
You need these guys right here. So Sir Matt Busby, Ernest Mango, Sir Alex Ferguson. They're the 3 managers that have been, and when I say successful, the 3 managers that have reached the pinnacle for Manchester United, that have won Premier Leagues or league titles and won European Cups. 3 in our history, people, from when we was Newton Heath and when we was called Ardwick FC. Just go do your history and do your Googles, people. So just to clarify, to kill that, people. And I see people asking, you don't got any questions? Let us know. Sheik and myself will answer any questions. I see people talking about the future and stuff like that. And the reason why this is part 2, because this manager had us in hell. So we gonna dance to this grave some more. There might be a part 3 tomorrow. I might title it part 3.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The rest of the week, we might do 10 parts. I'm not gonna lie.
You have to continue because I noticed you stopped it for Ten Hag, but you have to do the whole 1 week since Ruben Amorim's been sacked. 2 weeks.
Oh, see, I got to do the videos. Yeah.
You got to do the videos.
Yeah. You know what it was? I can't even find the videos, but what I'm going to do probably is
run the same ones. Just run the same ones.
You have to run the same videos. Yeah.
There's that one clip that you play all the time that has me absolutely dying every single time. The one where the guy's talking to the coffin. Like
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm just going to run that.
Just run that every single week.
That one, every single week. Yeah.
I
was doing it week by week, wasn't I? So I do it, but I'll be 1 week since it is. But yeah, I might just run parts, part 3, part 4, part 5, and I might change it to Roman numerals. I'm not gonna lie. This is part 2. I might do part 3, and then I might change it.
So I said you're moving like the Fast and Furious franchise. There's just hella parts.
I might do, man, hella parts, man. More parts than Uncle Murder's wrap up in 2023, people. That's what we're doing out here. Big up everyone in the chat, though. Again, make sure you run up the likes. You lot, when you enter the city of sarcasm, hit the like button. I don't know how many we're on, but make sure, please share this out across all the socials. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. At Sarcasm City TV. Yes, it's flawless. That's on Twitter/X, Instagram. Follow on both. Again, follow on all socials. You can find Sheik socials. Subscribe to Sheik TV. Links in the title, people. Links in the title. Subscribe to Sheik TV. Also, subscribe right here to Sarcasm City TV and Sarcasm City TV Extra. Please do all of those things and be on you lot's case about that. Right, let's get to the chat. And the reason why we're doing it part 2, 1, because Sheik wasn't about earlier. 2, I know some of you lot, obviously, time zones as well. And 3, I just can't stand this manager and what he did.
We're just gonna continue.
And what Sheik was talking about with this whole suffering. It's the worst ever. Not only was he bad on the pitch, he was the worst off the pitch. And that's tough to beat, is Ten Hag, you know. You know how difficult that is.
Yeah, bro.
To be worse than Ten Hag on the pitch and off the pitch, and that was him. This guy was talking all the time. So yeah,
But Ten Hag said a lot of foolish things too. Like bigger picture. I remember all that shit. I remember that you have to see the bigger picture, wait for the bigger picture, this and that. But yo, the amount of bullshit that this guy was saying too, bro.
Like, a whole heap of rubbish.
Topped it. He genuinely did. Like he said,
rubbish.
Worse, bro. Like worse. But anyways, yeah, it's just like guy's done. 14 months of just terror, bro. Just the worst, most negative football I've seen us ever play with my own 2 eyes of just like watching this club. Of our whole lifetime of how bad it's ever been, it never actually genuinely got this bad. I've never seen us finish 15th with my own 2 eyes.
Never.
So he's gonna go down the worst manager of Manchester United. He's the worst manager of Manchester United currently.
People want to back this shit. Let me just get to the chat real quick because I know you lot are active in the chat. So let me run through this. Big up Rye. Big up to you. Shout out my guy Spoobs. Says big up everyone. Celebrate with us. Hit the like button and subscribe. Big up Vikram says run up the likes, people. The terrorist is finally gone. Big up Matthew. Monterio says big up my life flawless. Word to my guy Dr. MOK. Free at last. Free at last. My God, we're free at last. Big up LTM says God damn, I still haven't popped the champagne. Pop that. Man, I'm doing part 2. You know, you already know, man. Like I said, part 3 tomorrow. Part 3 tomorrow. Alrighty. Big up yourself, flawless. Big up, man. Every single time. Shout out Jay. Says, Man United fans need to stop wanting a manager for 25 years. Sometimes you need a divorce for a Langton with good credit. If we have to sack 30 man to reach the promised land, so be it. These are the same people that be running through, you know what I'm saying, partners until they get married. Like, stop it. What are we doing? Big up Rice is flawless. What did I say? Last night's stream, it sounded like the whole Maresca situation, and that's why I asked when do you think it'll be sacked. It was so obvious. I just didn't trust them, right? But you called it spot on. And of course, people, you want to make sure myself, Sheik, get to your question, comment, super chat. But I'm going to do my best to get. I know Sheik's got plenty to say. And I just got more celebrating to do. I can't stand this guy. Flawless. We can't put a permanent end. A Ruben Amorim, but he put Ruben Haramarim. Ratcliffe retired from interviews. I still need to hear from you, Ratcliffe, you know, because I went back through his comments, how he was talking, because I had it bookmarked. I've still got it bookmarked. This guy was talking hella spicy in that interview. Where you at now?
3 years, he said. 3 years.
Take him.
He said
3 years, yeah, 3 years. Yeah. And it's not a light switch and journalist knee-jerk reaction. But he called you out and you sack him. Yeah, I'm seeing United fans actually being sad he's gone funny. Yeah, because they feel like idiots.
That's crazy.
That's why I wrote
I'm
on the board.
seeing it too, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. Don't know why the board sacked Amorim, saw the vision and path to the promised land. But hopefully he's reunited with Garnacho at your club, Will. Hopefully he joins the Chelsea. Man. I'm with that, man. Amorim to the Chelsea. Let's make it happen. Big up Time to Shine. Big up Manj as well. Sam, I see you. Says, motherfuckers, we're backing a manager with 0 accolades here and a 31% win rate. Go with him. That's why I said it. Go with him. Rambo says, part 2, you man killing it. You already know, man. Part 2, part 3 tomorrow. Part 3 tomorrow. Let's see. Frenzy says, part 2, cool. Yep. Part 2, cool. I'm waiting from the stream where we go from here. What are you talking about? Manchester United, Rambo? Let us know. Because me and Sheik have plenty of opinions on that as well. Flawless moving like the Fast and Furious franchise. Shout out Dunsey. Make sure you subscribe to Conversation TV as well. Hey, Black Diamond, good to see you. Says part 3 is Fletcher. Fucking idiots. Any holes. I think Fletcher's only taking charge of the Burnley game, the same potentially the Brighton game, which lets us know they didn't have a plan for this. Because they get an interim before they get the interim. And I like that. I said this. Get an interim and then pick a manager in the summer. I've said this.
Yeah.
Let's see anything else. Soccer Junkie, big up. Nash, I see you as well. Right, Manny, says happy belated birthday. Sai, I'll start your question. Don't worry about that. Yes, I did get a belated birthday present. I love that. For real, I did. Let's see. Hey, shout out Connor, man. Big up. Flawless, you need to write down the board. Where is Sir Jim now? Oh, don't worry, man. We gonna get to him. I'm not gonna keep mentioning it. Because I don't know how we've sacked the manager of Manchester United and the owner, the guy who runs the football, the head of running the football operations has said nothing.
Yeah.
Has said nothing. I need to hear from you. What's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, we're not doing this. We ain't doing no. We need to hear directly from you. Because if he won something, you know, he would have been talking. We move. Hey, floor's yours though, Sheik, man. Thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to keep a lot of the energy like towards Ineos, because I think this whole situation, these whole 14 months, this whole Ruben Amorim experiment just further highlights how incompetent these guys are yet again, man. These guys are just have no clue on how to run footballing operations. They are continuing to. I've said it since the moment they've come in and they've made decisions. These guys just have been rectifying their own mistakes since they've gotten here, sacking people left and right. Like, it just tells you everything, that they just have no clue. When you're sacking people left and right, it just kind of tells you have no clue of how to hire. Like, if you're just sacking people left and right, you tried to get Ashworth in. You went over like you were climbing mountains to get Ashworth in to this club. Then you get Ashworth in. There's some sort of disagreement. You end up sacking Ashworth. You've removed people from positions at this club in terms of like sporting directors, all of that type of stuff. And then you took however long you did with Ten Hag, and then now you obviously took however long you did with this guy. But it's always just led to that. You end up sacking people that you hired in the first place, and you just can't keep getting it right. And I think that's the biggest thing here. That's why I tell Flawless, like, we might as well find ourselves in a situation like this next year too. We could, if these guys just don't, if they make the same mistake. And I'm totally with Flawless on the fact that we have to wait until the summer. Please do not rush this decision. Please do not rush this decision. Please don't go out there literally like putting managers at like damn near gunpoint, and they're like, you have to join us now, or it's now or never. Otherwise, we're not going to give you this crazy life-changing money contract. Like, we're not going to do it if you don't join now. And then it ends up turning out to be the same thing it ended up to turn out to be with Ruben. Like, don't do that. Go actually do some work, what you've been hired to do. You get paid millions to not sit there and just drink coffee and eat donuts. Like, you get paid millions to do research. You have all these different resources. You have all these different experienced people that you can hire and you've tried to hire. Go out there and simply just do your goddamn job, bro. Instead of trying to like rush decisions, trying to think too much, trying to listen to the fans, all of that type of stuff. Right now, you've just taken over, and from a financial point of view too, you've just taken over a business. Your business is failing. Since you've taken over, you've been failing. So turn it around. You have to, obviously, at some point in time, you would also get fed up and just be like, yo, we really need to turn things around. Do anything by any way, shape, or form. We have to turn things around. And you have to do this. You've now gotten two things wrong. You now first took too long in getting Ten Hag sacked. That was wrong. You also got wrong by the fact that you signed him Ruben Amorim mid-season. Took too long to sack him as well. You've been wrong about him as well. You've basically struck out twice. Third one's coming soon. Like, you've struck out twice in all the things that you really needed to do at this club. And it's really that. No, so this person saying the problem is the owners and not the managers. The problem has been the owners and the managers, though.
Yeah.
Like,
words a month. It's both of them.
It's both of
them. Both of them.
Just because we're saying like the owners are a big problem too, doesn't take away any criticism for whatever Ruben was doing at this club. Like, I just want to make that very clear. And I've said this too. I'm very happy that Ruben is sacked as well. Very happy. But I'm also still pissed with the fact that Ineos are still here, because they're the main culprits as well. They're big culprits of this whole thing as well. They don't know how to. People who call themselves footballing brains and are sitting there telling us they're supposed to do footballing, they're supposed to make footballing decisions, but simply can't do it. And that's really just what it is, man. And again, we're in this same rut again. We said this last year, same time when we were celebrating the sacking of Ten Hag. This was around October, November. We're in almost a couple months later, a year and a couple months later, we're in the same situation with that guy, the guy he got replaced with. But what's been the common denominator too? Who's making these appointments? I get it. I don't have to go through a season now again to know that Ruben Amorim is stupid. But what makes you even more? What makes a person that's even more stupid than Amorim is the one that hired him in this situation.
Agreed.
So that's what I would tell you, and yeah, that's what I would say about this, bro. It's we've got big problems. Like there are a lot of people out there who I also want to mention. There are a lot of people out there who are like, just like, we're all gonna be back, and we're gonna be this, and everything's gonna be good. There's still a lot of problems. Like, there's still a lot of things that our future is still in the unknown. I'll tell you that our future is still in the unknown. I couldn't tell you what we do next season. I couldn't tell you who's our manager next season. I couldn't tell you what system we're playing next season, who's here at the club, all those type of things. But I'm interested to see all that, though. I'm interested to see a different manager. How would he set up these squad of players? Clearly, some of these squad of players are accustomed to this back three, have been playing certain positions in the back three. Where do certain people fit? Who's going to leave? I personally think Bruno leaves this club. So if Bruno leaves this club, if he was here, I would think he would play in a 10 if we play a back four. Who's going to end up playing in our 10? Is it going to be Ahmad? Is it going to be Cunha? Where is Ahmad going to play if Mbeumo's playing on that right-hand side? All these questions, which are good questions to have, but it's also very interesting to see because, again, I couldn't tell you what the approach of this ownership is going to be. Are they going to go out there and try to get another back three manager because they're going to go out based off of these players are accustomed to a back three? They're sitting in sixth mathematically. Let's keep this going. Let's bring in a manager who can try to tweak the system here and there, but can also adapt. And then we go from there. Or do they go into the summer, who I think what they should do is go with a more experienced approach. Stop going for these managers who have been in these leagues and have shown a certain level. I think at this point in time, also just so that you avoid something like this happening again, you go in and get a manager, whether you back him the first season or not. You bring him an experienced enough manager who's able to at least get results, which gives you a second season for you to at least back. Because that's something that we should have. That's something that you did with Ten Hag, not any else, but that's what we did with Ten Hag. Ten Hag had a good, successful first season from where we were as a club at that time, and got a second season. He was given too much control, made too many of the decisions himself. That's where it all fell apart. This guy, though, did nothing for us to give him any sort of control, and he was asking for control. This press conference that just happened in the last, yesterday, a couple of days ago, was him asking for control. Was him saying, yo, I'm the manager of this club at the end of the day. Unless these people don't want me here, that's the only time I'm going to leave. But other than that, I'm the manager of this club. And unfortunately, he's not here. I mean, unfortunately, he's not unfortunately. Fortunately, he's not here no more. But that's really it. It's things like this. So I think we should go for this. We have to go for an experienced manager approach. I don't want to go with this thing again. One thing I've been saying, bro, and I've been asked about this on my streams a lot. Would I take Glasner? I like Glasner as a manager, but I'm tired of seeing the back three system. I'm tired.
You're not with the back three thing.
I'm not with it at all. It could be a very good manager out there. I'm not with the system, bro. Me personally, I just can't do it. I don't think. Also, with just the squad that we have right now, I don't ever see us turning around all of a sudden and just playing very well in a back three. And I just don't think it's I don't think it can ever really, and with the way how I want our club to be, I just don't think it can be like a dominating system. I think we would eventually rely a lot on individual brilliance from time to time. It would depend a lot on who we're playing in certain positions. Very position-like. It's so reliant on that too. Whereas in other positions, you can stick different types of players in different positions and still expect a job out of them. Whereas in this one, you really can, depending on how you set up. But who knows? Maybe I'm also saying this because of 14 months of watching Ruben Amorim's back three. That's dreadful. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, of course you got PTSD, as we all do.
Maybe I have PTSD based off of that.
I'm skeptical of a back three manager, which is unfair to Glasner and others, but understandable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because of what I've said. Yeah. But it's like...
No, is this the case? Oh, hey, come on, speak about it, Sir Jim. Sorry to get to this. Hey, Jimmy, let us know, man. Says Sir Jim Ratcliffe was furious with Ruben Amorim's criticism of the club's hierarchy after the Leeds game and personally made the decision to sack the Portuguese boss. That's from Samuel Luckhurst, who is fairly reliable. Go on, carry on. And big up, Sai. I'm seeing a lot of news as to be expected, and I'm seeing you in the chat as well.
Can you bring up the comment? Can you bring up the comment right above that? The one right above that.
So he says, let's clarify standards and move in that direction. Now more than ever, Ineos need to get it right.
Spot on. Because like Flawless has been saying, in all those times in the past, anytime this guy's job was under some sort of question, I would always see reports. We would hear interviews from him. I would always see reports that Ruben Amorim's job is safe. This is our plan for the upcoming years. This is what we plan to do with our current manager. This is what our proposed plan is. So what is your proposed plan now? What is it now? Because now you've sacked this guy. This is the guy you said you were going to back for 3 years. This is the guy that you said, not even quote unquote him because you didn't name him then, but you said you were going to back a manager and you need to give them enough time for them to prove themselves. And then you later on said that you'd give him 3 years. And your whole thing was we want to be. Omar Barada said we want to be challenging by what year? Flawless 2027,
2028. He said, yeah, 2028.
So by 2028,
title winning some rubbish.
Now, are you gonna specify? Are you gonna further elaborate on that comment and be like, I didn't tell you who we were gonna challenge with. I didn't tell you it was gonna be AMORIM. It could have been a different manager. But clarify. Come out after these. You like Flawless said it spot on. This is one of the biggest decisions a club can make. One of the biggest decisions a club can make. And not a single word from you. What are we doing now? Don't even tell me what the plan is for the rest of the season. Tell me what it is for next year, for the upcoming years. Are you going to go and look out and actually try to get a manager? What are you going to try to do to turn things around? Because, bro, it's not looking good for you since you've gotten here. Since you've gotten to this club, you've been making bad decision after bad decision. Sack after sack. It's just been like that. But you've been saying a shitload of things. When it comes to new stadiums, you have a lot to say. When it comes to our new stadium that we're trying to build, you have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So much to say. When it comes to cutting costs, when people ask you questions about this, you have a lot to say. You have a lot to say about how previous people didn't run the club well, and you've come in and you've been doing all this to turn things around. So keep the same energy towards the pitch as well, because the pitch is one of the most important things. What's happening on field, success off the pitch will come from success on the pitch. So how about you start giving a shit about on the pitch first? Like simply just come out and give some sort of statement.
That's
whatever. Say you are sad about sacking it. Whatever. At least as owners of this club, do your due diligence to come out and give this fan base and the people that support this club some sort of statement. You've just made one of the biggest decisions at the club, and you're silent. You're literally silent. So
radio silence
tells you all about these people. Tells you all about these guys, man.
There's a lot going on. Before we continue, though, over 50 of you lot in the building. At 42 likes, that's not too bad. Get us up to 50 likes, people. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. Links in the title. We're at 16,121. You know what? I want 9 more subscribers, people. Get us to 16,000. Get us to 16,130 people. I'm looking for 9 more subscribers. I'm looking for 8 more likes, 9 more subscribers, 9 more subscribers, 8 more likes. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV as well. Big up, Sai. What's this? Installing an interim manager until the summer would give Manchester United time to assess a permanent appointment, with top managers such as Tommy Tuchel and Carlo Ancelotti potentially available after the World Cup. At Chris Wheeler DM, at Mike Keegan DM. Hey, people asking what manager I want. There you go. I didn't even realize he'd be available potentially. Run me Don Carlo. Fuck it. Run me Don Carlo at Old Trafford. Why not? I've seen Sir Alex Ferguson manage Manchester United. Even though it didn't go well, I've seen Mourinho manage Manchester United. They're 2 of my favorite managers of all time. Carlo Ancelotti's right up there as well. Run me Don Carlo at OT. I need that expeditiously. I don't care what happens with Brazil. He could win the World Cup. He could go out with the group stages. If he's available, go and get him. I need Don Carlo. With the players we have, go bring in Don Carlo, man. I'm with it. That's me.
Dante mentioned this on Mud. Good question. Would you take Emery?
No, I wouldn't take it. But if we was to go and get him, I'm not against it. This is what I've been saying the whole time. So everyone we've been linked to with any form of Vim, and there's any strength from any reliable source, like you mentioned Glasnow, I'm not against Glasnow. If we was to get Glasnow, I go cool, but I'm not going out of my way. Don Carlo is the one. I didn't think he'd be available. I'm going out of my way. If he's available, I'm saying go get Carlo Ancelotti. That's just straight vibes. Fuck it. Why not? He managed Everton. He'd manage us. Respect to Everton. I would go get Don Carlo.
Yeah, he's managed.
Yeah, like it is. And that's what Chris Wheeler DM, Mike Keegan DM. Fulham embrace for an approach from Manchester United for the manager Marco Silva. For that's from the Sun Football. Ancelotti would be cold. Man took Everton to 7th with Calvert-Lewin and club drama. Xerxes and Bremo, Ahmad front 3, Cunha in the 10 with Casemiro and Belieber. I hear you. Michael Carrick is available if Manchester United turn to him in the short term, as is Ruud van Nistelrooy, who was also a short-term return. That's from at Time Sport. That's talking about interim. They're my 2 picks for interim, by the way, people.
Yeah, same.
Run me Michael Carrick or Ruud van Nistelrooy. I don't want us to go and get a permanent manager right now because there is no standout candidate to me outside. I didn't think he was available, so I never thought about him. Don Carlo, man. If we can go get Carlo Ancelotti, I'm going to get Carlo Ancelotti. The pedigree's there. We want to talk about experience. That's the run me Don Carlo. Like run, because he ain't gonna be all strict with how he's got to play. You're just gonna let the players play. Don't let that man play. I'm with it. The cracks between Ruben Amorim and the board started to appear 6 weeks ago, when Manchester United began a run of 3 wins in 9 matches, even though none of the opponents were top draw. The board felt that United should have beaten Everton, West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, and Bournemouth. If they had done so, they would be level with Manchester City and Aston Villa at Hurst class. And this is where the board are absolute clowns. What made you think that he was going to win these games? What had you seen prior to playing Everton, West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, and Bournemouth that he was going to win? He wins 1 game per month before then. Why all of a sudden is he going to go on a 5-6 match winning run? And this is where the board issues lie. You think finishing 15th wasn't enough? No. All right, man. Nonsense. Absolutely. If that's the case, this is incompetence. It is. Carrick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer are among early contenders to take over as interim manager for Manchester, as interim Manchester United boss. Chris Wheeler DM, Mike Keegan _DM. Big up to Cy for all the info. Carrick, cool. Ole, no, man. I ain't trying to go back to Ole. Absolutely not. It's a good one. What are your thoughts on this sheet? Now, true, this is, I don't know, but during a phone call between Semenyo and Amorim, Semenyo was open to the move to Manchester United, but had 2 key questions. What formation would United use this season, and where would he fit in the team? Semenyo was concerned about potentially being used as a wing-back, but Amorim reassured him that he's flexible. He's a flexible manager who likes to adapt. He explained that United would evolve over time and not be fixed to the 3-4-2-1 formation he has favored throughout his career, making it clear Semenyo would not be played at wing back. So where was you going to play him?
So my thoughts on this, right, Flawless? My thoughts on this in the chat, simple as this. You are Semenyo in this situation. Ruben Amorim's come up to you and he's just said all those things. What are you doing? What? That's my response. He's just come up to you and he's told you, I'm a manager who's flexible and I can adapt. After we've all just been seeing the same thing. We've all been watching the same Manchester United. So he's just told Semenyo that. And you just put yourselves in Semenyo's shoes. You are Semenyo in this case. Ruben's just come up to you and he's telling you all these things. What would you do?
Facts. Without doubt. Without doubt. It's the fact that, if he was going to be a 3-4-1, so if he weren't going to play wing back, where was he going to play as one of the 10s? But you having Bremo, Cunha, and Mount, so who wasn't going to play? And then if you play 4-2-3-1, you've got, so you'd play what? Bruno, Casemiro, then you still got Ahmad, Cunha, Mount, and Bremo to put, unless you put Cunha in the 9, and then Semenyo left with Mount in the 10, and then Bremo. But he still got Ahmad. I'm telling you, man, this manager, this is a joke. Why was he talking to some? Who let him broker that deal? What's going on? That's like we chilling. That's why is he? That's like we chilling. Sarcasm City TV. We chilling. It's me. It's Sheik. The rest of the gang's there. The rest of the delinquents, crooks. Ryan's with us, and then there's a gal on the phone, and she's trying to come through with enough gal, and we give the phone to Ryan and say, "Hey, Ryan, deal with that and get the gal to come through with the what." Don't send
it's
him
like
to
the way that he's speaking to these players, and they're allowing him to speak to these players. It's like he's going to be here for the next 10 years, because if a player's joining, the player's going to probably be here for a longer time, for however long, 4 or 5 years. That's how long their contracts are going to be. They're longer contracts. Why are we acting like Ruben? Why were we allowing him to act like he was going to be here for however long set number of years when he's talking to players like this? Like, any of us are supposed to be the ones who are negotiating these things with these players, telling him about a possibility about, hey, Semenyo, you should join us, because there's a chance Ruben might not even be here at the end of the season. And we bring in a different manager who'll play you in the right position that you want to play in. So join us. Some shit like that. Yep. Remember, like in Top Boy, when Jamie was trying to cut the deal with the guy, like separately. Like, same thing. Ineos got to do that with the player now. Like, they got to talk. Yeah, man, it is what it is. But
they do. Ruben Amorim walked away with a £10 million payoff on Monday. Amorim's compensation package took the total cost of hiring and firing him to nearly £27 million. United will also have to compensate the 5-man backroom staff who followed him from Portugal. That's from at Chris Wheeler DM. That's at Mike Keegan _DM. Best money we've ever spent. Yeah, you know what? We got. You know what? That's the Chelsea. You know what? That's the Garnacho money from Chelsea. So thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it,
Best
man.
money ever
Love
spent,
that.
and I also don't feel bad for them. You made
Love
you made a terrible decision. You pay up for it.
Love that. Love that. What's this? Ruben Amorim has told Frenzy. And where's everyone who said, oh, United don't have the money to sack him?
Yeah.
I swear, man. You lot are just comedians. Ruben Amorim has told Frenzy struggled with external noise at Manchester United. And even though adamant the job wasn't too big for him, he was surprised by the unique challenges of the role at Old Trafford. He always tried to be true to himself, but accepts his honesty and emotional responses to media harmed him. That's from my Rob Dorset Sky. Yeah, why? Again, it was clearly too much for you. Accepts his honesty, too honest and too emotional. Bad combination as man. That's a bad combination as a football manager. Never mind Manchester United manager.
He was literally spiraling. Like he admitted a week ago that 70% of the mistakes, like he made 70% of mistakes last season. Some shit like that. He literally admitted it. He was spiraling. He had no clue what was going on.
Yeah. And the board still looked at him and said, yeah, we're going to carry on with
this. Just think about it this way. He got put on a roller coaster that's just never ending. It's just always going up and down. Like,
you right.
But he chose to be there. He said, I want to be there.
Chose to be, yeah. That's why I don't feel sorry for him.
That's why I don't feel bad for him. It's not like they just put him on a roller coaster. They asked him, you want to be on his roller coaster? He said, yeah. So I don't feel bad for him. I really don't.
Gary Neville, I do think this league this year is below average. I do think this Manchester United team are still in a position whereby they can get into the Champions League. They need an experienced coach who knows how to get them over the line. And Manchester United do need to return to a back four with wide players who can go and basically attack with that. I hear him. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Well. I do. Yeah. Let's see what else you are saying in the chat as well. Hey, big up my guy Nash. Says like and subscribe if you haven't already. Big up Canal says, big up you, man. What a sensational Monday. It's good to see so many United fans returning. Yeah. I would agree with Ancelotti, but I'm sure he didn't want to take the job at one point. Might be wrong. Maybe, but maybe he does. I don't know. Swing back. Let's see what he's saying. Let's see what he's saying after that Brazil. Maybe he wins the World Cup with Brazil and he's like, yo, he's feeling on top of the world. And we say, hey, yo, enjoy Manchester United.
Hey, man, you shoot your shot. You never know. She might like you.
She might like you.
You never know. She might like you. She might just be shy. Shy as hell.
Yeah, she might like you. But Sheik, would you, in exchange for my happiness and your happiness, I hit you up with a Colombian wife, but United need to be relegated. I beg you take that deal.
Oh, my God.
Hey, that's a tough one. I can't lie, man.
That's a very tough question.
I don't even judge you, fam, because we can always bounce back up to the Prem.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. United. You guys can always come back.
Shout out Barrio, man.
Yeah,
Shout out Barrio. We're going to be out in Colombia soon, though, Barrio.
I'm with that.
You already know.
Maybe you can show me my potential Colombian wife then. No, yeah, I'll give you an answer right away.
Big up to, I just caught you there. Oh no, BRH. It says, Flawless, where you Vanguard out? No. I've stopped. I was only half watching because this is before I was making content, before I was on radio and it was so boring to watch. So I was invested, but I wasn't as invested. But yeah, I was more wanting Vanguard to go, not because he was bad, but because I was such a huge fan of Mourinho. And I thought, yeah, Mourinho's back. And all this, and I've seen you BRH, and I've seen others mention this about the ownership. Is our ownership poor? Yes, but still, word to my guy Eddie, and I will continue to state this all of the time. Control the controllables. This team is much better than what Amorim was getting out of it. This 100%. Team is capable of winning more than one game per month. This team is capable of attacking better and being a better, cohesive, and competent unit. This team is capable of being a better defensive unit. This team is capable of getting clean sheets away from home. This team is better than having 2 clean sheets all season. This team is better than breaking records from 1986 and World War II. It's better than that. I'm not saying it's the greatest side. It's not. But is it better? Yes. It's much, much, much better than what the man was showing, not only in terms of stats and results, but also performances. Miles better. So we need to get a manager that does that, control that. I'm not saying go and win the Prem or Champs or go and compete for the Premier League or Champions League. What I'm saying is get the most out of what we have. And this manager doesn't do that.
What would your lineup be, Flawless? If let's say we play back 4 next game. Who would you
Oh yeah, you got
fully fit. Let's just say fully fit too. I'm interested to see
who you saying you added the AFCON players as well.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so people, this ain't the next game. This is just everybody fully fit. Everyone back from AFCON.
What formation?
Yeah.
What formation?
4-3-3. That's what's my preferred formation.
Same.
I go Lemens in goal, right back Mazarari, left back Dorgu, centre backs. I'd probably go, even though he's been playing well, I'd probably go De Ligt and Euro. But I'm a big fan of Heaven. I'd go Delit and Euro, 2 centre backs. Midfield, this could slightly change, but I'd go Casemiro, Maino, Bruno. Casemiro's a 6, Bruno right 8, Maino left 8. And Bremo right, Cunha left, Xerxes up top. That's what I go with. I'd be mine. But that could change. Say we was going away somewhere, I might be a little bit more defensively minded. And maybe I'd drop out Bruno and play Agate next to Cass and just have Maino in there with him.
Yeah.
And just play a double pivot and just have Maino as the free roll and just have Cass and Agate sitting. Kind of like how they did against Leeds. Because those two, when they play in the tandem, don't play too bad. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Actually, they probably just, again, understand each other language-wise, understand each other's games. Because those two, when they play in tandem and they're close, like in a duo, I don't mind them too, to be honest. It's just the manager. Well,
defensively, yeah. I think it'll a back four and that midfield 3. I think defensively it'll improve us. I think it'll be better for us defensively.
Yeah.
We'll be more focused on it defensively. I'm with you though, in terms of the team. My back 4 is exactly the same, along with the goalkeeper. My midfield is also pretty much the same. I don't low-key want Ahmad to be on the bench though, because I feel like Ahmad's been good. Like he's been good. So maybe I've tried to shoehorn him. Like I've tried to play him at the 10. Sure, whatever. I've tried to do that. Or maybe I've tried to play. No, I can't really do the rest. Yeah, I've tried to play him at a 10. Try it out one time, see if it works.
So what you drop? He's capable of playing 10. So who would you drop from the midfield? Drop Bruno.
I drop Bruno. I'd play Cass, Mainu, and Ahmad in the 10.
I hear it. Yeah, I'm not against it.
Like I'd play Ahmad in the 10, but who knows? I don't know if it'll work out. I don't know if anyone would try it either. But we have a couple of options. Like we have Cunha who can play in a 10, and then I'm with you on the front 3 too: Xerxes, Cunha, and Mbaba. We have Cunha who can play in the 10. If we want to play Sesko, or if we want to get a striker, we can play Xerxes in the 10. Options. But interesting to see.
Big up Jonathan says, "What's up, Flawless? What a beautiful day. This buffoon has left the building. I'll get top 4. It's up for grabs, and someone come get the best manager for these players. There's big up to you. It is an absolute beautiful day. So glad Amorim's left. Top 4 is up for grabs because as bad as the manager's been, we're 6. So I've been saying this. If we just get a manager that is bog standard, bang average, just average, we finish in the top 4. Look at the state of the league. Gary Neville spoke about it as well in regards to, and I think we're 3 points off 4th. I don't know why we've wasted half the season and all these daft. You see all them games that apparently the board were upset we didn't win. Give them to a half decent manager and even say we win 2 or 3 of them, 3 of the 5. Again, just idiotic, just mind-boggling, just stupidness.
So anyone who made like any decisions other than what this guy was making, like not trying to literally sabotage games, defensive-minded substitutions, and we're still conceding goals. I think other managers would do differently in those type of situations, and I think that would be the difference. Us conceding goals like in the Forest game, coming out of halftime and just conceding 2 goals right away. I don't think that happens under a different manager, to be honest. I think with how we're set up, and whether that manager is able to adapt or not, and I think they would differently. So it's like it's decisions like this. And there was a comment that you brought up earlier where the board was saying how like they started turning by Everton. He should have got results in those type of games. That itself should, again, this shows how stupid really are you. If you didn't feel at that time that he wasn't getting results, why did you give him even more time then? If you didn't feel then. So you were never even sure on him in the first place, but you talk like you were and you acted like you were. From that moment onwards, if we were dropping points with the way that we were, and you weren't sure on him, why is it taking up till Leeds? Like, why is it taking so long? I couldn't tell you though, but yeah,
that's why I don't believe it. Good question. Flawless and Chic. What do you, I just think the reason why they, and the other report said about Ratcliffe was first is what he said. The issue is that they called him out. That's why they don't have a plan. This is a knee-jerk reaction. They don't have a plan. Because it would have been like, all right, this is the actual permanent interim. No, it's an interim. And then they're going to get an actual interim to then get a manager. And they don't even know who the interim going to be. All right. So there's no plan. Flawless and Chic, what do you want to see next from United? Floor's yours, Chic.
What do I want to see next? Like what in terms of this rest of the season or like next year?
I think
In
he's
terms
asking
of
about manager. I'm guessing, so I could be wrong, but I think he's asking about
manager,
manager.
I've said it. I said it on my channel too. I've said it. I want someone experienced. I want an experienced coach in the summer. I don't want us to rush and get someone right away. When I say an experienced coach, it could be someone like when I mentioned Emery to Flawless, he technically ticks all the boxes for me in terms of what I want from a coach in terms
Yeah.
of experience. But also it could be a manager from abroad as well who's had experience and at the top level. Want a manager who's also able to, from after seeing this guy, definitely want a manager who's able to adapt and is not like he's not completely on the fact that it has to be I have to wait for my players. Like one problem that the one big problem that I really had last season was yes, he's come in, and I don't think you signed him to come in to wash the season eventually. You didn't bring him in because you would have done that for an interim, right? Which is basically what I would hope and what you're most likely going to do now with him being sacked. But you didn't get Amram to come in to be washed for that season and to just be like, we're gonna back you in the summer. Don't worry. We can't sign you players right now, whatever. We're gonna back you in the summer. Wait until the summer. We go from there, right? That's something that I wouldn't want. And that's why I think we should avoid this situation. Let a manager come in, let an experienced manager come in. If you are going to give him that first season to try things out, cool. Give him that first season to try things out. I said this before. I said the performances at this current situation where we are as a club, results is everything. We're starving of results. We're starving of points. We're starving of all of that, right? At this moment of time, results is what will buy you time at this club as well. At some point in time in the first season, performances will, of course, matter in the long run and overall picture. But I'd be okay with us not having overall great performances, but we're still able to get results. Second season is where you kind of like, okay, based off of the entirety of the season, whether we win a trophy, get to finals, depends on how it all goes. Then we go on and back him further if we do need to. Season itself, I don't think it should be a case with what it was with Ruben, where you're allowed to, until the end of the season, do whatever you want. No, you still have to get results. You still have to eventually, like this is what our club is at the end of the day. It's like a club that has massive expectations every single game. Everyone is watching. Everyone is hearing you in every single press conference. Everyone is watching you in every single press conference. Massive implications if you don't get a good result. So it's the same thing. We need to keep that energy for everyone. The next manager that does come in, I will back him. I will give him time depending on how things go, just like how I did with Ruben. When Ruben first did come in, I backed him. I thought he would change things. I thought he would be a lot better than Ten Hag, but he wasn't. And at some point in time when I was like, okay, things ain't working, I got fed up and tired of it. We realized the guy that he was. But the next guy, I would hope that it would be someone experienced, someone who's able to adapt, someone can play different type of systems. I don't preferably want it to be a back three guy. And Eli, shout out to Eli. He was telling me, he's like, Glasner, I know you don't want Glasner because he plays a back three mostly, but Glasner has shown that he can change his system, and he's played a back four at different times too. I get that, and I think Glasner has done a very good job in the league so far too. But me personally, just don't want to see anywhere. I think if we were to get Glasner, it would be based off of him playing his back three right now, not him being able to adapt. Because I think us getting Glasner would be the board telling me or trying to indicate that they've gone with the route that the players are more accustomed to a back three system currently, whether they were playing well in it or not. Let's keep the same thing going. Let's go and get a manager who's playing the similar type of system. But again, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's not just something that I wouldn't want. I like Glasner. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would back him. But it's not preferably. I'm sick and tired of this back three system. That's genuinely what it is. Genuinely. And yeah, in terms of the coach, I think he's experienced enough now, to be honest, in the league. Based off of this season and the past season too, I think I could say that he's experienced enough now in the league. And I still think he's done a decent job with Palace so far at the start of the season. I know they've been dropping points in the last couple of weeks, but they've lost a lot of players to, Eze's a big miss in their attack. They've been missing players to injuries, this and that. So it's like, yeah, I know it's a big thing. But I'd be okay with someone like Glasner, a more experienced manager for me. Just don't rush to make a decision. That's the biggest thing for me is do not rush to make a decision. You guys get paid millions, man. You guys get paid so much money for all these resources that you have at your disposal.
Talk about.
And you can't simply, just take your time. Shout out to troops, word to troops, just take your time.
Take your
making
time
a
with it.
decision. Just, for real, man. Like, just sit back. You got 2 things wrong. I know it's pretty bad. You failed. It is what it is. You got to take it by the chin at this point. Like, you're at Manchester United Football Club. You got to take it by the chin and keep it stepping and keep moving. Get up. You got to get back up. But you wasted, you pretty much like took 2 L's, and now you have to go out there and man, you took 2 L's. Like you gotta get your shit together. Seriously, you have to get your shit together, man.
Get your shit together.
It's not been good since you've been here. Seriously, it's not. It's not been good since you've been here. You've just been making error after error, sacking after sacking, bad decision after bad decision. Like, seriously, this is just what it is. Now we have to put faith in them into making what could potentially be another bad decision. It could. People, you guys need to realize this, United fans. We could be sitting here a year from now, January 5th, 2027, doing the same exact stream. Same exact stream. So
the same nonsense.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Sai, I don't know what I want to see. I don't know. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna see. I don't know what I'm gonna see.
Yeah. In regards to the managerial side of things, I've made it clear. I actually think they've gone about it the right way. I've been saying before Amorim got sacked, you get an interim, which I said, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Michael Carrick, and then that gives you ample time to assess a manager. There ain't really no to me, I've been saying all day long, there's no standout candidates, but then I've seen Ancelotti's name potentially. I didn't even think so. Yeah, throw Ancelotti in the hype, but that's where I'm at with it. And then once they get the permanent manager, you got to be on the same page as him, because that's one thing that has been crystal clear with Amorim. As bad as Amorim is, there was no due diligence shown. There was no intelligence shown, which is crazy to say about professional people, because they're not on the same page. Amorim plays a back 3, but Wilcox wants to play a back 4. I've mentioned already about the Maino situation, mentioned already about Xerxes, mentioned already about Bruno. 3 key situations, and you lot are just on completely different pages, and on top of the formation as well. It was doomed to fail from the jump, and we've seen you not do this with Dan Ashworth, because you chased Dan Ashworth at Newcastle for a long time, and then he joins, and you're not on the same wavelength in regards to the manager. All right.
I just think, bro, like when I say like take your time with it and do your goddamn research and work and all the stuff that you get paid for. It's like at that time when they sacked Ten Hag, immediately after, it just feels like Omar Barada or Wilcox went on Google and typed upcoming managers in Europe, and Ruben Amorim was the first name, so they decided to just go after him. That's literally that's what they did. They just decided to go after him. No sort of track record of how has he been in certain situations at the previous club, how has he treated the youth, all these different type of things that we were seeing him do now at our club. Just felt like you didn't really see any of these things or try to research or seen any like history about all this type of stuff regarding this guy at the previous club. You went based off of the hype. You saw him win a couple of Champions League games, him beat Pep in the Champions League. Gyökeres was scoring all those goals. He's doing well, this and that, and you just decided to get him without actually thinking about what could go wrong if things could go wrong. And look how bad it genuinely did. I was just about to say this right now too, but it's so funny because we said this about this guy, is that surely from what we've seen just now, the next manager that comes in will surely be an improvement, right, Flawless? Yes. But we can't say that though, because we said this about this guy.
You said this, yes, 100%.
When Ten Hag was coming in. So it's like, but I do like genuinely think we will though, because I don't see a different manager doing the things that he was doing. I see an experienced manager, some of the names that Flawless just took, get us results in games that he didn't get us results in this season. I see that happening. And again, it's like just some of the decisions that he's made. We've been through the worst of the worst. Grimsby. We lost to Grimsby under this.
And but they didn't want to pull the trigger then?
Yeah,
like, make sense.
It was Everton and West Ham that made you kind of think, oh shit,
yeah,
maybe we should sack this guy. not
That's what
Grimsby.
he's trying to run.
Like,
Fucking
yeah,
idiots, man. I'm telling you, absolute stupidness. Let's see if there's anything else in regards. You lot, final few questions in before myself and Sheik close out here. Ruben Amorim sacked by Manchester United, part 2. There will be part 3 tomorrow. Might even get part 3 and part 4 tomorrow, people. I ain't gonna lie. But you lot continue to run up the likes. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik's channel as well. Any questions you lot have, feel free to get in regards to it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
one thing also we didn't mention, I'm very happy
What?
about real quick, Flawless, is Manu is staying. Hopefully this means Manu is staying.
It seems that way. They're saying reports came out saying the Napoli deal is now stalling on this. Does that seem to be his whole plan?
And that's something that I was just like begging for that to happen. I was just like, if Manu ever watched Sarcasm City TV one day and was just listening to Sheik and Flawless talk to him, Manu, like, thank God, obviously now he's sacked, but I would just hope that he would try to stay at this club up until the summer, up until the guy just gets sacked. And that's exactly what happened. So hopefully he stays now. And one thing I was asking myself too, Flawless, is what do you think about the people who come back from loan? You think this changes anything for Rashford?
Potentially. Definitely. It depends on his thoughts. Does the next whoever next manager say I want to work with him? Højlund, that's done. Because Højlund's an obligation.
Okay.
That's Rashford's an option.
That's done. Yeah, Rashford's is like loan option. Yeah.
I hope not, because then that's not against. I think again, going back, Rashford's been here 10 plus years. Shit's over, man. Same way with Luke Shaw. This is why I don't want Ollie coming back. Fresh, new. Like, let's say any player that's been there. Someone mentioned in the chat about Bruno needs to leave. Bruno probably will leave in the summer. It's time, man. Need to shift out all these players who have been here, I mean, as poor as we've been. It's time. It's over. How many goals our front three scored now according to you brothers? I don't know. I'm not even thought about it, you know. I don't even know what front three is going to go with.
How many goals
what's the interim manager going to go with?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I legit
more than 40 though. I'll tell you that. More than 40 goals.
Big up Richard says, big up Flawless. I'm all about this sacking. It's part of life. Big up on the 16K subs watching from Houston, Texas. Hey, appreciate you, Richard, man. Thank you very much. And Barrio, no, you keep Garnacho, man. That's all yours, man. He's proper Chelsea. Tashay says the grass ain't always greener. Facts, but we know the grass is not green over here, so we need to keep it stepping. Big up Sanjay says, Flawless. Big up, bro. Been ages since I watched your stream, but here on a good day. AMORIM out. Sun is out. Hey, big up, man. Good to see you, Sanjay. Good to see you. Let's see. Why do we need an experienced manager to play players in their suited position as manager 101? Yeah, just get someone who's good at the job. True. For me, I'm not looking at experience. Like, I don't like it.
For me, it's like, I think it's sometimes these experienced managers, whether shit's falling apart, are still somehow, we've seen worse. We've seen the guy before this, when things weren't working out, was still able to get results. Was not as bad as this guy. And I don't still call him experienced, and he's not even part of that bracket for me. But my point is that I feel like oftentimes we've seen right now, especially with this guy, maybe I'm just speaking about this because of PTSD, but I'm tired of seeing someone who's sits there and just, you know, like just folds his hands and is just like, yeah, what do you guys expect me to do? We don't have this, we don't have that. Complaining like about things left and right. Oh, I'm not being backed to this and that. No, man, like you have to adapt to a certain level. This is not a job where you get time and you don't get criticized week in, week out for every single decision you make. This isn't a Brighton, respectfully. This isn't like any of these type of clubs. This is a big club. So it's like that's why I want someone like that to come in. That guy, I feel like that experienced manager would be willing to change things around and would still find a way to get results. Whether it's there for the long run or not, that's a whole different question. Completely different thing. But we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Way worse, like absolutely in the depths of hell currently as a club. So, like, again, let's say the next coach comes in. He's experienced. He stays at our club for max of 2 years. Probably wins a cup in those 2 years and gets us to the top 4 in like both those years. Cool. Move on. But that's still like, okay, that it's still far better than what the hell we tolerated under this guy. Like much better than what we tolerated under this guy. And that's also what I think that a squad like this would still be capable enough of pulling off. Cool if they're not capable enough of winning a league title right away or challenging. Fine. I don't think our squad's capable of challenging right away in a year or two. We'd have to make a lot of changes in our squad. So at least like going back to that, get the best out of the squad. The squad's far better than what it is right now. Get a manager who can get better out of this squad. Simple as that.
All right. Canal says, do you guys expect another manager being pulled out of their contract paying compensation like Scammering? If he's the right guy, yeah, like pay the money. If it's 5-10 million to get whoever they believe is the right guy, go get that person. Whoever the case may be, I'm with it. CRM says there was more leaks coming out that apparently Wilcox was micromanaging Amorim. Wilcox was dictating tactics. Wilcox should be made the interim manager until the end of the season if he's dictating tactics. But you know what? Amorim was terrible. Someone needed to say something to him because he still swears by his system to this day. Go for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's again just tells you about everything. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
We have Wilcox dictating tactics because they can't properly hire a manager. Like, yeah,
Big up Yusuf says, as far as I'm concerned, this is a 16 out of 10 for any true United supporter. Big up Flawless. No, it's that Amorim is a super quiet man. They stood with their guy.
I haven't seen a single one.
Yeah, I don't see no one. I haven't seen no Amorim back the manager. You're toxic, negative. No. I had a few of my match reactions after, but no, none in the live stream. But that's usual. Ever noticed that no one ever talks tough in it? Oh, actually, I can't tell a lie. Very, very few people actually come on and have the conversation and debate about whatever in the chat. And then even less people want to join the stream. But here we are. Again, subscribe to Sheik TV. We're going to be out in like 5 minutes, people. Yeah, Barrio, when I say that, I'm talking about non-rivals, of course. But hey, I'm in for life. Get him to the Chelsea, man. I'm with you. Love that. What's his odds on becoming a Chelsea manager? Made that happen. Not that I care, but you think Slot can be sacked this season? Yeah, of course. If he continues to perform the way he's been performing and they get poor results, yes.
If they don't win anything at all, I think he gets sacked. Anything at all.
And of course, the CRM, of course, they got to get the next appointment right because they've got the last two horrendously wrong, like so horrible. Like I class Ten Hag as them because they could have sacked him in an Amorim. Awful. Need to pattern up, get this shit bell. All right. Then I say, hey, any final thoughts before we close out, Sheik? We're gonna run this again. Anyway,
final.
That's pretty much it.
It's just good riddance. Thank God, genuinely. You couldn't get a better birthday gift than this, bro, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. This is my birthday wish. Anyone who says birthday wishes don't come true is lying to themselves.
Seriously.
This is my birthday wish.
Seriously.
This manager was gone.
Yeah, man. It was supposed to happen a long time ago. Should have happened a long time ago, but it's happened. And I'm very, very happy, of course. But we continue, man. We still speak about this hierarchy and we still let it be known about about them for sure. But also we told you guys, Flawless for sure, at least on this channel, for everybody else told you guys. He wasn't going to last a whole year. He was never going to.
Oh, they not got the money for him?
Yeah, we told you this. Under any circumstance, he was not going to be here. We knew that these guys are incompetent. We still said that he wouldn't be here a year. That's how bad we thought it would become. Because we know that even though these guys are incompetent at making decisions, it will come to a certain point where they'd even get fucking fed up. They'd be like, yeah, this guy's got to go. So they did it.
Big up since I started believing in birthday wishes, seeing Flawless's wish come through. I hear it.
Really?
Big up JE says, I told you Flawless last night they'll sack Amorim today. Love the fact you called it. I love the fact that he did. I was skeptical and I'm skeptical about him regardless. Flawless, you get your wish. Please pray for my wish. Liverpool relegation, Everton to win a league title. All right, bet, man. Got you. Gakpo contract extension. I hear it, Si. Slot contract extension. Right. And that's pretty much it, people. And that is pretty much it. So we are indeed going to close out. Oh, shit. Yo, Sheik, hold it down 1 second, yeah?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Appreciate it.
I got you. What are you guys telling me, though? Any questions? If you guys got any questions? Let's see. I was Amorim in for a long time. Crazy to think he got manager for the month in October. I hear it. Glasner's out, Ineos out, Wilcox and brought out. These men make Woodward look like a saint. What a joke. Generally, though, yeah, bro. Woodward would have sacked him a long time ago. Pick up Rasta Crab. My wish was for Qataris to come back. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. Because 100% ownership is this. 100% ownership means this. That they're not gonna. I mean, not 100% ownership means this. Why would I generally do sometimes think about it from a business perspective, and I'm like, why would someone generally want to get rid of a club like this that just pumps money? But unfortunately, it is what it is.
It's big up Crab in the chat. What you saying, Crab? Hope you're blessed, man. Hope you're good. Blessings. Says you guys still sick no matter who you guys are. You say you're a Liverpool fan, you know all about being terrible. I hear it. Smart to listen to you lot. Big up my brother Flawless. Send me that kind of look for Ant. Absolutely not, man. Ant slot in for life at Liverpool. Glazes out, Ineos out, Wilcox Barada out. These man make Woodward look like a saint word joke. Yes, Sanjay, we know Ineos are terrible. You know they're terrible, but control the controllables. All right. I think that's it. Top 4 and FA Cup is a must. It's on, Matthew. So yeah, decent interim. Top 4 is right there. FA Cup obviously dependent on what I'm looking for, the draw. Hopefully we get past Brighton because that'd be tough.
I'm done for the season.
Or whether that's Fletcher's second game, it's gonna be tough.
I'm done for the season. I'm done for the season, Pauls. I'm done. Generally, I think I'll stream and we'll do shows and everything, but in terms of I'm not investing. Yeah, I'm done.
I hear it. Shout out your channel, man. Let them know what you got coming up rest of the week, all that good stuff, family.
Yes, sir. Big up to everyone, man. Thank you for having me on every single time, Paul. Shout out to the chat. You guys can find me on shiktv. I dropped a video earlier today too, just giving my thoughts on the whole sacking of Ruben Amorim. Check that out if you guys can. We also did a Mud Brothers episode right before this too, where the rest of the guys also gave their opinions on Ruben Amorim leaving our club, and also talking about Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea, because that's a show where we do discuss everything regarding those clubs. So do check that out. Road to 2K. If Flawless does a part 3 or a part 4, I'll probably be here because we're going to continue this every single time. So yeah, big up to you guys in the chat, man. Make sure you guys keep supporting Flawless. Check out his part 1, his video that he dropped reacting to the sacking as well, and keep supporting, man.
Yeah, people. So again,
Happy New Year to all you guys as well.
Yeah, support my bro Sheik. Links in the title. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. We're back live tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. UK time. We'll be live on here. ManDem United podcast will be Ruben Amorim been sacked part 3. So more of the discussion. And then over on the extra channel slightly before. So that's 4 p.m. UK time. It kicks off. Algeria, DR Congo. That's AFCON content. For those that don't know, shout out to Prime. Shout out Jez, big up Vikrid side. They've been doing all of the AFCON content. So there's been watch-alongs, previews, recaps, all that good stuff. So yeah, Algeria, DR Congo kicks off at 4 p.m. UK time. So 3:45 p.m. UK time. Just before Prime and Jez and that will go live, and then coming up 7 p.m. 6:45 p.m. Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso. That'll be live here on the main channel. Forgot to add Algeria, DR Congo's live on the Sarcasm City TV Extra YouTube channel. Please make sure go subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra. For those that are like, well, I don't know what that is. It's where you get Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, FA Cup watch-alongs, League Cup watch-alongs, UFC watch-alongs, boxing watch-alongs, NBA watch-alongs, AFCON content. What more could you ask for? And the membership over there has got a whole heap of unreleased clips as well, people. So make sure you do so. So yeah, that's Sarcasm City TV Extra, Algeria versus DR Congo, 3:45 p.m. UK time for a 4 p.m. kickoff. And then 4:30 p.m. we'll be live on the main channel, ManDem United podcast, Ruben Amorim been sacked part 3. Then we're staying on the main channel, Ivory Coast versus Burkina Faso, the last round of 16 game, people. That's 7 p.m. kickoff, so 6:45 p.m. be live on the channel. And then you got the Manchester United Manchester City show. Myself, Vato, talking all things in regards to both Manchester clubs as well, people. As Phil says, watch alongs galore. Yeah, man, part 3, man. Part 3. You already know, part 3, without doubt. So again, big love to everyone that's locked in. We're redirecting over to Alam. So we're gonna Sarcasm City TV raid in this chat. This has been the ManDem United podcast. Ruben Amorim sacked by Manchester United part 2 live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.